Right, this is the first video to show how to find the tunnels from different areas. I've just come off the Great Central Way up there and I'm now approaching Blue Bank Bridge, which is one of the many lovely little bridges that crosses the river. Okay. At this point, the river is canalised. Here comes a cyclist. And ahead we've got the little boardwalk bridge that's fairly new. And to the left we've got Foals Field, which, as it says, is private land and not part of Everards Meadows. Okay. I'm not sure if this bridge has got a name, but I think of it as the Boardwalk Bridge because it's very similar to the boardwalk further up in Aylestone Meadows, and you walk on it and it's made of boards, so that'll do. So here we've got the river which goes through Everards Meadows, and we're crossing over this now. I say we, me. And if you were on a motor scooter, you'd be fine coming over here, or a wheelchair, no problem. The difficult bit would be down at the bottom after this bit. Now we're coming into Everards Meadows proper. There's a little map at the side there, over there, as you can see as you go through the gate, but we're not going to go that far. We're going to turn right straight away, and that's where the difficulty would start if you were not good on your feet. So here we've got a path going round to the side, and that's the way we're going to go. So because it rained quite a lot yesterday, it is quite muddy and squishy, as you might be able to hear. I can't see the screen because the sun's reflecting off it. I'm hoping that you can see this. So Everards Meadows and Aylestone Meadows, of course, both on a floodplain, so they both collect the water, which is the job, and help protect the rest of Leicester from flooding. So you would not, get any kind of wheeled vehicle really down here unless it was four-wheel drive or something. It's very narrow. Here we go. So you go through here and up. Follow the path round. And there's a big field here which we're just going to walk past. We're going to go straight ahead. This is less muddy through the field. Lovely willow tree there, making a lovely sound as the wind blows through it. what we've got here is a big field, and if you want to stick to a path, you can follow the path round here and all the way round the edge of the field like that, all the way around, and just keep going that way. Alright, but I don't usually I don't really want to walk that far, so I'm going to follow. You can see that there's a sort of worn path through the middle. People like me take the shortcut, so we're going to go straight across this field. You might be able to hear Soar Valley Way. It's an insidious sound of vehicles on roads. Just stop in the middle of this field. To the left here, you can see the new brewery being built there, and the development there with Jenno's and the cycle shop, which would be my ultimate destination today. Not the cycle shop, Jenno's. Right. So these willow trees here and here and here will be telling you that this is water here. This is where the river's going round, and this is the loop that the river makes, and encompasses what I've been told is called Half Moon Field or Crescent Field. Either way, it's very distinctive, and it's a popular area for people to visit in the summer. You get lots of groups of teenage kids there because it's very shallow, and they can paddle in it and lark about. So this is the route you would follow if you were coming from Great Central Way and to find the tunnels. I will show you the tunnels. As I've been looking around Aylestone Meadows and Everards Meadows, I found the pylons and the electricity lines to be extremely useful in fixing where I am. They're really excellent landmark. So when we get to this corner here you've got the path that's come from all the way around the field, and it's going to join us just here. So the path across the field and the path around the field come together. And I can see one of the swans. But I'm not going to go and have a look at the swan, I'm just going to keep walking. Now ahead of us you can see there's a little footbridge over one of the streams. So that's where we're heading for. And as you see, lots of other people have headed in this direction because there's a clear foot-worn path to the bridge. When it rains, this is a very wet field. This field here, as you can see from the rushes in the middle there, it's very wet underfoot even now, and you can see a puddle here at the entrance to this little bridge. When we had the rains a couple of weeks ago, this was completely impassable unless you were wearing waders. I couldn't get to the tunnels at all. So, over this footbridge. Now, we've got 3 paths here. We're going to take the middle path. The left-hand path goes to this little footbridge there, goes back over the bridge, goes over the stream and goes back to Jenno's, etc., through a field, and then to the tarmac path. The path to the right follows the river round, and there's a very shallow area just here that's very popular with people. I think that's probably the ford that has been mentioned. And ahead here, through this gap in the trees, there's a path here that we're going to follow, and we're almost directly in line with the tunnels. You can't see any of them at this angle because they're hidden by the vegetation, and when we get there you'll see there's only one that you can actually see from this side. I will show you the others when we get over. Again, another very wet field here that was impassable earlier in, well, just a couple of weeks ago really. And so we come into this field and we are very, very close to the tunnels, but you can't see them at all from this angle. But you can see that the path comes round to the left here, so we're going to follow that path round. So this is the tunnel that goes underneath Soar Valley Way. Okay, I'm hoping you can see. I can't see the screen because of the reflection. Oh right, there we are. Now the floor, the ground, is very muddy and very stony. They put these stones in to help contain the mud, I think, so make it easier for you to get to. The tunnel itself, this tunnel, is designed to be a foot tunnel. I came this way this morning for my walk because it's been concreted at the bottom and it collects its water, and it has been pointed out to me that that image there of the end of the tunnel and the water reflected in it is like a jellyfish, and it is. And I love that, and I'm going to see that jellyfish every time I come down here now. So, I'm sorry, my apologies, can't remember who suggested it. It was a lovely idea. So, it does collect water. And it's lovely and cool in here. I got very warm today walking, and it's nice to be cool. Now, as you come out of here, still no signs of any tunnels, except the tunnels are there where you can't see them hidden amongst the vegetation. So as you go along here, looking carefully because it's very stony, look where you're putting your feet. Just here, there is a gap in the fence. It's been broken down. Okay, so we're going to go through there. Very gingy. You have to be careful where you're treading. It's very wild. It's very nettly. There's lots of stones and twigs and branches. And there, turning left a bit, go past this big willow tree that's half and half broken down. Whoops. There is the other tunnel, okay, which you cannot see at all from the other side, and you can't see it when you come through this tunnel. And there is the second tunnel. The third tunnel. So here we have the third tunnel. I can't get to see the end of it because it's all watery. I'm not sure. There we go, you can see the end of it there. I'm taking my life in my hands. Okay. So there's the other tunnel. And there is the Soar Valley Way. People walking across and driving across. So they're the 3 tunnels. 1, 2, and the one we walked down. Okay. I'm just going to go back and show you. I wonder if I can go around this way. Yes. It's like exploring. It's been an adventure for me. So do be careful of the nettles and the twigs hanging down and where you're putting your feet, you're not tripping yourself up. And I'll just show you where this goes after this, where this original path leads us. So this original path, we've come down there with the jellyfish and we're taking this path here. Okay, and we come to a point where there are 2 paths. There's a path here going through there, which leads to a great big field. You can just see the field there in the background with the pylons, and it doesn't seem to go anywhere. I've walked that field and I can't get through anywhere. This side, there's a path going up over this little bridge. When very stony underfoot, extremely stony, you need a good pair of walking boots to do this. So when you cross this little bridge, you come to another wet field. We're now on the Aylestone Meadows side. So I've walked around this field. There's no way out at the end there. But if you take this path to the right, that takes you... Oh, I'm not going to go because I've been that way this morning already. So that takes you to another field, and you go through into the next field, and you end up, you can see the back of Asda there. There's a broken down fence at the other side, and there's also a proper gate that you can get to that accesses the back of Asda. So you can park at Asda and walk through this way, through the tunnels, and go for a walk round Everards Meadows, or you can park at Jenno's and go through the tunnels and have a walk round Aylestone Meadows, because that links with the whole of the rest of Aylestone Meadows. So that's the end of my little video. I hope somebody finds it useful. Cheers. I'm off for something nice at Jenno's.